Hello, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to take you through the process I used to make this elegant ring. I used a metallic thread, size 11 seed beads, and a few larger stones here and there. The center stone is a 14mm flat back gemstone cabochon. Let's get started. I threaded these decorative beads onto the chain shuttle because I wanted to create these decorative elements on either side of my ring. And the rest of the seed beads I threaded onto the ring shuttle. The thread runs continuously between the two shuttles. The first ring is just 4 beads separated by 2 double stitches. If you missed my more in-depth tutorial on how to tat around a cornichon stone, I'll link it above. Reverse work and make a smaller ring using the chain shuttle of just 3 picots separated by 2 double stitches. The larger rings with beads will sit above the cabochon, and the smaller rings will sit beneath the cabochon to support it. Now do not reverse your work. Make a small chain connecting these 2 rings to the next set of 2 rings. On this chain, I'm going to include the first 3 of my little beads. I chained 2, added the beads, and chained another 2. Reverse work, pull down 2 new beads, and make a ring like you did the first ring. The first 2 joins will be to the last 2 beads of the previous ring. So we end up with another ring with 4 beads separated by 2 picots. The rings are sharing those 2 middle beads. Reverse work again, and we're going to make the smaller ring. We want to be able to join to that picot from the previous ring. So if it helps, tuck the beads or the chain behind your work so you can connect these 2 smaller rings. Complete your ring with 3 picots separated by 2 double stitches. Now we can start to see how the rings will fold around the stone in the center, and the chains will provide a border. Moving on, I made my next chain 3 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, and from there I keep repeating the same set of 2 rings, one with beads for the top round and one without beads for the bottom round, and then a connecting chain to the next set. After my third set of rings, this is what it looks like. I'm going to be doing 8 sets of rings in total. Here I am finishing up my 7th ring with beads. You'll notice I pulled down my other set of 3 decorative beads on the outside, 4 chain spaces away from the first set, so that they sit opposite each other. Checking my fit, and it looks like this is going to work perfectly with 1 more ring tying it together. No more beads are required since we have both sets of beads on either side already. We just need to make that ring closing the circle. Now we have room from the back to slip in our stone, and then we'll complete the final small ring once the stone is in place. All that remains is to do that final chain back to where we began. Snip those ends and tie a knot and weave in the ends. And we've basically finished the top of the ring. Now it's time to work on the band. We have 8 chains around our stone, and we'll connect our band at alternating chains on either side of the little diamond beads. This is the pattern I used for the band of my ring. I start using this ring on the left at the blue dot, and I connect it to this picot. Then I make the top half of the rings all the way across and connect to the corresponding picot on the other side of the ring. Then I work down and back again. Here is a visual of where I joined. I wasn't sure how many beads I would need on the band, so I just strung on a whole bunch just to make sure I had enough. The idea is to measure the band as you go along to make sure it fits. After the initial joining ring, I just put one bead into each ring going down the band. I left it to the very end of each ring and closed it, so that the bead sits just at the base of each ring. Repeat these rings and chains, following the diagram, measuring constantly. When you find the length you like, join back up to the other side. Repeat for the second half of the band. Back in the other direction. And that's it. And that is how I made this little ring. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.